And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. We're getting a little forbidden tonight. Sometimes those sexual taboos can get in the way of a relationship, but there are ways around them. And even to embrace your disgusting, slutty, hoish feelings that you may be hiding inside. Joining us to talk about it, Talisha Clark, founder of Clitorid and High Frequency Semantic Intimacy and Relationship Coaches. I can't really see the camera there. The prompter's too wide. Nadia Lacari and Miguel Marrero, and the co-founders of Bliss Sunday, Bliss Mayon, and Camille Al-Hassan. Glad to have you all here on The Factor Uncensored. First of all, tell me what this program is about when we're talking about taboos and getting it on.
Well, so what we have here is an event called High Frequency. What we started as is a business called Clitorid. What Clitorid is we cultivate sexual intelligence, empowering individuals to be able to add to that cultivation of sexual intelligence, all the while also closing the orgasm gap through education, resources, and tools. So what we have here with Clitorid, we now have this bi-monthly event called High Frequency, where those resources and tools are actually laid out for you through premium experiences, from live demonstrations and live performances. We also have interactive activities where individuals can actually learn through education and empowerment right then and there while they're at the events.
Okay, so Nadia, are we talking about interactive with whatever you have on there? Because I don't know what's going on.
This is a shibari harness, and it is something that I can wear out to dinner, and it is also something that I can actually fly with, so I can be suspended in the air as well with this and have a whole experience like that.
So Miguel, which role do you play with that harness? How does that work?
I tied the harness, and during the high frequency events, we host what's called the Sensation Station. And at this station, people can be adorned with different rope patterns that they can wear throughout the event. And they can also experience different sensorial elements like fire, electricity, impact, and much more in a safe container where people can learn about these sensations and learn about their own intentions in practicing them.
Okay. And Bliss and Camille, when we talk about people embracing their taboos, freeing themselves, what have you guys seen or experienced or heard from people that they're afraid to do, but they want to do?
I say tap into their senses, right? There's so much to explore when we think about sexuality, sensuality, and pleasure exploration. And so some of the elements that Miguel talked about around sensation play, like with using wax or candle wax or using paddles, right, to just get different sensations, is something that I think most people, they don't even know that they would be into it if they just had the opportunity to try. And Talisha does an amazing job at her events of having opportunities to be a part of some of the demos. You can volunteer. So at her most recent event in December, I actually volunteered to get spanked at one of the stations, and it was so much fun. Me and my friend did it.
I don't think I've ever heard that. I was spanked and it was so much damn fun.
I got a video for you.
It's always on video.
Absolutely, and I feel people's light bulbs go off. They see things that would be seen as something that wasn't okay, and the space has made it okay. You can safely play with fire. I mean, I think about little kids that, are amazed by candles, but they're told no to do it. And in these spaces, you can fire play, which is a part of senses. And I think even just for myself, I'm from Houston, Texas, but I lived in California for a while, where these conversations are a bit more open. And so having this space, which feels to me a one of one, it's brought that conversation to Houston. So we definitely appreciate Talisha for creating such a safe space for the community.
And Talisha, how do you break through prudes who want your help, but they can't just put their shield, their wall down and embrace it?
I feel like this space that I created with High Frequency, with the energy that all the individuals come, it kind of brings those people there. So I kind of, with the friendliness and the openness that I present on social media and that we give, it kind of gets those people to come into this space. Now, when they first come, they might not interact at all. They might just be there just to watch, but that's what the comfortability of this space allows. You can come in and you can just see what's going on. You don't have
And
to
what can
interact.
you see if you come to one of your events?
So you can see some amazing live performances and demonstrations, such as the Shibari rope, where Master Pockets actually comes in and he'll actually suspend Faye. So he'll suspend her into the air. He'll actually go through talking about what these knots are, how to tie. They do fire play, like they do the sensation play as well. So I should do fire spanking, so you can get spanked with actual fire in the safest space, because it's actually safe done, you know. You can also see burlesque performances. You can see pole aerialists come in. You have cabaret style performances and singing. The list goes on and on. It's all types of kink and BDSM demonstrations that are allowed. So the range of it is just, it's not ending, and no event is ever the same, so you're never gonna come in and get the same exact thing. It's always a new experience.
And for those who would like to get more about your program and the next event, where can they go?
So you can find us on Instagram at Cliterate, so it's at CLITERATE_. You can find us on social media on there, and then we also have High Frequency, which is what the event is called, on Instagram, as well as highestfrequency.org.
All right, we want to thank you guys
Thank you
for
for
joining
having
us, freaky asses. Thank you for joining us.